Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Ann Sarnoff ass because she just literally opened herself up for some BS on BS, to be honest. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because they talked about Dune, and she was like, well, yeah, the movie ended on the cliffhanger, so, you know, you kind of do the math on where we go from here, confirming that Dune is going to have a sequel movie. Again, I've never seen Dune. I don't understand Dune, so I couldn't give you any kind of response to it. It looks like desert space people fighting to repopulate the world. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if I got any of that right, and it's probably divisions between races and classes as well. So, you know, hey, I'm not even going to touch Dune at all. We're going to leave Dune all the hell alone. You know what I mean? But it is what it is when it comes to Dune. But no, she basically was saying that, hey, we're going to have to do a sequel because the movie ended on a cliffhanger, which kind of opened her up to criticism where people were like, hey, Zack Snyder's Justice League ended on a cliffhanger too, and you said that completed the Zack Snyder trilogy. Nah, boo, you're gonna have to give people Justice League 2 and 3 then, if that's the case. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you have a person that's in charge of a company that hates some of her fan base, and then talking about we don't listen to bullies or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you mean the bullies that made you money? The people who spent their hard-earned money to raise awareness for suicide, and go to children's hospitals to volunteer and raise money to try to co-finance the Snyder Cut. Like, yeah, those people are so terrible. And no, I'm not sitting up here saying that every goddamn fandom is squeaky clean. No, but the good usually outweighs the bad for that kind of fandom, to be honest. And I'm just kind of wondering why she thought it was a good idea not to approve Justice League 2 and 3, but approve Dune 2. You know what I'm saying? Even though Justice League Zack Snyder Cut got more positive responses than negative. Of course, critics are going to talk about it, and of course, if you didn't like Snyder stuff, of course you're gonna criticize it and stuff like that. But let's be honest. Let's really be honest. The movie was better than what we got from the theatrical release and HBO Max, and them been pushing the Snyder Cut stuff over the Joss Whedon Justice League. So I don't know. I'm just saying maybe there is a possibility to get Justice League 2 and 3, and of course we do have Discover Media who are buying it. And the guy who's in charge of Discover said that he wants Warner Brothers to get back to what they used to be. Well, you know, hey, you're gonna have to give the fans something that they want, and all of that diversity push nonsense that Ann was trying to do just isn't working. Like, it just really doesn't make any logical sense. You have these incredible characters from the DC universe, and WB owns all of them, so they don't have any problems going on. And yet, you mean tell me I still can't get a Man of Steel 2, but I can get a movie with Harley Quinn ass in there? Like, it doesn't make the damn sense God gave, to be honest. Like, really now? That's what we're doing? I don't know. I'm just not impressed by the choices that she made. And of course, the whole thing with Ruby Rose right now that's going on, which tend to kind of go back to what Ray Fisher was saying and Gal Gadot was saying, and other people who worked on WB sets, especially when it comes to these DC properties. They basically saying like, hey, you know, there was some shady shit that went on behind the scenes. And, you know, I'm tending to decide to be like, oh, okay, there has to be a kernel of truth in these stories, where it can't be just the actors. It gotta be something more that's going on that they're not willing to tell us because they don't want to be tossed under the bus. But, you know, hey, it's not like it's not a secret that, you know, hey, people that work at WB are kind of abused. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird that they kind of thought that we wouldn't know what was up, what was going on the sets. But I don't know, and I just think that you're a poor choice of a CEO and a leader, because you letting a lot of stuff slip and a lot of stuff happen, and then now to confirm that, oh yeah, Dune will get a sequel, but you know, hey, screw them DC boys, you know, the people that's been harping for movies for a long time, but you said no because you want to push more diverse agenda, and it seems like you hate Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, which makes no sense because they are both fantastic actors, and they both did well with the material that they were given as Batman and Superman. I don't care what nobody say. So, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I think they did fine with what they got, and I believe that we do deserve a Batman solo movie with Ben Affleck, and I do believe we deserve a sequel movie to Man of Steel with Henry Cavill Superman. Like, it just doesn't make any damn logical sense. You have DC movies slated, and none of them have anything to do with Batman or Superman. It just makes no logical sense. But then you got Wonder Woman going with her third movie, even though the second movie was not well received by everybody. So, you know, again, you make that make sense. Like, okay, I don't know. I'm just spitballing, like, how does this work? And it's always funny, like, when things are, when there was goodwill for Justice League, you came out and said what you said as a negative backlash towards the movie, as if you was trying to kill it then. And when Dune wasn't well received by people, then you want to come out and like, yeah, you know, Dune's gonna get a sequel. So, you know, if you watch it, you get a brother, you know, like, I don't know. And then the DC fans are like, wait, hold on, ho. What you mean Dune get a sequel, but Justice League can't get 2 and 3? At least if you're gonna talk that stuff, at least let the movie, at least green light Justice League 2 and 3. Is only fair. And I understand as a company you don't have to do that, but understand, like, hey, your fans expect a little bit better from you, and you know, you can't get mad when you get backlash from them about this kind of stuff, because it's stupid, it's unnecessary. Why did you feel the need that you had to tell people, yeah, we're done with Zack Snyder's trilogy, when you knew he had 2 more movies slated for Justice League to finish out his entire story, which would have made sense. You need a Justice League movie in the works in the DCEU. It just doesn't make any logical sense that it's not. And it just doesn't make any logical sense that there's no Superman or Batman movie slated. And no, the Batman with Robert Pattinson doesn't count because it's not part of DCEU. Thank God. Thank fucking God. Because that trailer wasn't Batman. That's all I'm saying. The people that's portraying Batman, Catwoman, and Riddler, trash. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, and you need to figure out something, baby, because people coming for you. And I hope Warner Media see how everything was ran under your watch, because even this nonsense with there's even stuff coming out about Titans too as well, about how that set wasn't all that secured or whatever. Well, that's what happens when y'all film in Toronto and get the cheap. You know, like, at some point y'all might need to come on back to Made in America and have good worker comp for these people, because we know things happen on the set of Batwoman that are terrible, and we know the things that happened on Justice League set was also terrible. So I don't know, and you can't really shrug that one off, Ann Sarnoff. You know, you got to figure out something, because it makes you look in a bad position. But hopefully, like I said, maybe this will get you to change your mind. Hopefully with some of the backlash. But I know you're gonna probably play victimhood and try to be like, oh, I was bullied and attacked or whatever. Well, I mean, when you tell some of your fan base to F off about wanting a sequel to a movie that they've been waiting to see for a long time, it doesn't make any logical sense. But then a movie that was relatively known but didn't really resonate that well with people, you're like, greenlit it. it just doesn't make logical sense. It's crazy. It's crazy, to be honest, but it is what it is. And I just, like I said, I hope you change your mind, because it does make you kind of look like a hypocrite, because you are a hypocrite at this time. It just doesn't make logical sense that you're saying that we're going to do a sequel to a movie because it's set up, it kind of just abruptly ended where it's open for a sequel, while you have Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, over there with the white flag of like, hey, what about me? Remember me? I don't know, and it just doesn't really look good for you. And hopefully when Discover takes over, hopefully they'll get rid of you and Walter Amada, and maybe we'll get some good DC movies that aren't retarded, to be honest. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.